Hi, everyone.
Hi guys.
Welcome to this week's episode of Brave Brushes Studio YouTube show. Julia's got new art supplies, which means this week you're getting a new sketching video. Julia, tell us, what is it that you got last week?
I've got really big set of markers from
And when she says
OHUHU.
big, it's a really,
It's
really,
huge.
really, really big. How many, Julia, is that?
It's huge. I can show you the box, and it's empty now because the markers are in boxes and other boxes. But it's
Wow,
this
okay.
huge. 300, 320 markers.
Okay. So
Yeah.
these are OHUHU
OHUHU
markers.
markers. Honolulu.
320, that's their entire range.
I think they have more, actually. Yes. But this the biggest set.
Okay. Are you feeling overwhelmed?
A little bit. No, not a little bit.
A
A
lot.
lot.
A lot.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And so, but did you find the solution to that overwhelm? I
Of
can only
course.
see what, maybe 10 colors today?
Nine. Yes, yes. I think, and it's actually for all markers I use, and for all supplies I use. I think always when you got a lot of supplies, especially large sets, the best idea to make it less overwhelming for yourself is to choose a few colors. For your drawing, and especially with markers, you can lay them down on your table and then use only the colors that you're going to use in your sketch today.
So, what is it? What is the sketch that we're going to make today?
We're going to draw a tulip.
All right. Very
And
appropriate for this season.
yes, of course, because the spring, and it's my favorite season. It's not too warm, but also not that cold anymore. So I think, and tulip, of course.
Very
Why?
large.
Yes.
Okay. And also
Yes.
appropriate for a lot of holidays. Easter, Mother's Day, birthday greetings.
Yeah.
So we hope you enjoy today's tutorial. We hope that you sketch along with us, or rather with Julia. So let's get started.
Yes, and of course, as always, we start with simple shapes, and we're going to draw a circle like this. So I start with a pencil, and then I draw the petals like this.
Could you press a little
Press a
harder
little bit harder. Okay,
on your pencil? Yes.
like this, and uh, just draw. It will be quite a round tulip. There are a lot of different sorts, of course, but we are going to draw the one, I don't know, a round one. And let me see, here we can draw something like this. And here, yeah, it still looks like a tulip, or it's already like looks like a flower, I think.
Not
Here,
a head of cabbage.
maybe. something like this. Here we have a very elegant line. And erase here the line and draw a leaf like this. And elegant lines help you to create a more interesting picture. So try to make them not too straight. Okay, so the pencil sketch is done. I erase this line and now let's refine it with a fine liner. And I use 0.1 millimeter for that. And I don't draw the whole line at once. I try to skip some parts to create a more interesting line, a less straight line. Because it's a very natural, very botanical shapes are always uneven and imperfect. Okay, here. And for the leaf, okay, so now we have our flower, our tulip, the line work. Let's erase the pencil lines. And then we can color it. And for coloring, for the red part, for the tulip, I'm going to use this 4 colors, from the lightest one to the darkest one by one. And I'm going to use the brush nib. It's the most flexible one, and I do it like this. Leave some space between the line and the color to create a highlight on the left side, because the shadows will be on the other side, on the right side here. And the highlight will be on the left. So I color the lightest side first. Here skip some parts and just draw some lines for the textures. And here also the lightest color. And I don't care too much about drawing between the lines, because it's not that important for now. Well, this part should be dark, so, or not. Oh no. Okay, so that's just good. And for the next color, dark color, I'm going to use this marker. A very beautiful color, by the way. And blend it with the previous color, with a lighter one. Also here. And here. And this way we create a volume for the petals, but also for the whole flower. And let me see, here I also do some blending. Use a darker color. And you also can skip some parts and leave them white on the white side, on the right side, just to create a more shinier, or not more shiny effect for the flower. Like it's glowing. Also some textures here. And let me see, here we have also some darker parts. So every time I have darker marker on the right and lighter marker on the left. But for the volume of the whole flower, here I'm going to use even a darker color. And here, for example, I can make this shadow even darker. And again, I mix the colors. This one, the darker one, and a lighter one. And here I color this whole part dark for the volume. And this should also be darker color. And also here a little bit darker. And makes it blended with a lighter shade. Here we have some shadow from this petal here, on this leaf, or on this petal. And also here we have some darkness for the volume and some textures. And let's blend it again. And blend it with the lightest color, so we create a very beautiful gradient. Let me see, the next part I want to color dark is this one, because this is in the shadow, it's the middle of the flower, and I should be, I have to be very careful here. With coloring. Try to color between the lines now. And use the darkest color for the darkest shadow. Just a little bit darkness here for the volume. Okay. Also here. This part is also darker, is in the shadow. And also here, just a little bit of shadow. And mix it, blend it with the other colors, with the lighter colors. Okay. Let's make it darker. I think this part should also be darker. Yes, that's better. And here some darkness, and this part here we will have the darkest shadow. Okay, I think the flower is quite nice now. I would add some textures to it. And a little bit more darkness here on this side. That looks better. Okay, and now we can go over to the leaves. And for the leaves, I'm going to use 3 colors. The lightest one for the light again, and the darkest for the darkest shadow. And every time we blend colors to create a beautiful volume. Here, this part is in the shadow, so we make it dark green. And here again, start with the lightest color. On the lightest side. Use a darker color to create a volume. And here will also be a darker green, but not the darkest one. The darkest one will be on this side. Here. Blend it. The blending is very beautiful, by the way, with this markers. I don't know, maybe it's the paper. But it looks really great. And color, let me see, oh, this is the lightest color. And this leaf will be like this. Let's make it, oh, this part should be dark, it's in the shadow. And here I will also add some shadow. And add some textures. Like this. Also here some textures. And on the tulip, I think, oh, maybe a little darker. Oh, this one is too dark. That's better. Let me see. Just a little bit of shadow. And the last thing I want to do is to add the background to your sketch. Just some color here. And a little bit darker color, not too dark, so the colors should be quite close to each other, but one is just a bit darker than the other to create this, so just some difference. And on this side, or maybe I just call it completely dark. And like this. I think it looks quite nice now.
It sure does, Julia. Of course it does. So, and it didn't take a very long time, did it? It
No.
was quite a quick sketch. Tell me, yeah, I have only a couple of questions. I've been
Okay.
hard, watching you. I always like, I can hardly breathe when I watch you sketch. It's like so fascinating. But I have a couple of questions. What kind
Okay.
of paper were you using for this sketch?
I'm using OHUHU paper, marker paper, special paper for markers. And it's not double-sided, but they have this very nice um,
Like a sheet that you put,
plastic sheet,
uh-huh,
yes,
that you paste.
and it's really cool. It feels also very nice. But
Jules, is that right? It's that it's perforated. The sheets are perforated, so they're easy to take out of the,
yeah, absolutely.
yeah, of the sketch.
Yes, they yeah, you can take them out, and I wouldn't recommend to put these marker drawings on the wall, because marker ink is not light fast of any marker, or at least not alcohol-based markers. So they
But
will.
if I wanted to give it to someone, I
You
mean,
can,
yeah. So
but just don't put it on the wall. That's important, or not in the sunlight.
okay.
Yeah,
And will you make a list of markers
of
that you
course.
used for this tutorial so we can post them in the
Yes, we'll
comments,
put them in the
in the,
comments.
well,
Oh,
not the comments, the description section.
in the description. Yes, of course.
Well, it's been fun, as always, Julia, to watch you sketch.
Thank you.
For everyone watching, we hope you enjoyed this video. If you love markers, or if you're just dreaming of getting started with markers, we've got lots of lessons on markers in Brave Brushes Studio. Lessons that can take you from zero beginner level to a confident level. So maybe starting with markers this season is something that we can tempt you into. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Bye bye, guys.